Casey Lighting here with MMAfighting.com. We're in Inglewood, California for Machida versus Mousasi. We're 2 days before the fight. Lyoto, how's fight week been so far?
It's been good, man. I've been cutting some weight, but I've been feel very good, and that's the most important thing. How I'm feeling.
So this is, I believe, is your second rematch of your career. You had one against Shogun. It's been a while since you've had a rematch. How do you feel about rematches? Are they hard to train for, or is this something, there's so much distance between them, it feels like a new fight?
Always I try to get all the teaching, all the learning things that I had from the first fight. But for me, it's like a new fight. I don't I don't face this as a rematch. I face it as a new fight because it's passed already 5 years. So we evolved a lot. We changed a little bit. Of course, we're gonna keep our essence, but it's the tendency is to change a little bit.
Was there so much distance that there's no real use to even looking at the first fight for you? I'm sorry. There's so much distance in between the fights? Is there really any strategic purpose to even look at the first fight?
So it's you cannot foresee the fights first of all, but the strategy of the fight is very. I can say like I gotta use my main tool, man, and it's hard to say. Of course, I picked something from the last fight and study a little bit, but Mousasi changed a little bit, so we gotta change.
With the loss, of course, he was unhappy of his performance. Were you overall happy with your performance in the first fight?
Oh yeah, I was very happy in my first fight against Mousasi. He was unhappy, but it's a part of the game, man. Some days, your day, and you. But for me, it was my day in that day, and that's gonna be another day, and my day again on Saturday.
Now this is gonna be your third fight in Bellator. I feel like you kind of now you've seen how it works. How do you like it so far? How's it different from the overall structure of the UFC?
So I don't like to compare events. So I had good times in UFC, and I got a moment in my career that it was time to change, and I changed to Bellator. I love Bellator too. Bellator is a great house for me, and with my third fight here in Bellator, I feel like at home.
Now, the UFC they're kind of famously restrictive on what you can wear to the octagon. In your Bellator fights, you've gone back to wearing your traditional, your karate gi? Was that what it's called? Yeah. Why do you choose that? Why do you choose to bring that back out again?
Why did I use?
Yeah, when you walk out with your gi, because UFC won't let you do that.
Yes.
So why did you decide to bring it back?
So in my first fight in Bellator, I put my karate gi, but after that fight, because you have some sponsorship, it's hard to tag your gi sometimes. So this time I prefer to use the t-shirts.
Out of curiosity, do you still train just traditional karate wearing a gi?
Yes, definitely. I train in my karate like once or twice a week. I train with my brothers and sometimes with my father. I always keep my roots.
Well, what does that mean? When you keep your roots as far as your fighting style? Like, what is that? Like, you don't want to. I guess you don't want to lose what got you here, in a sense.
Yes, I don't want to lose my essence. So I wanna stay in contact with my roots. Like training karate for me, it feeds fuel my spirit. So it feeds my spirit. That's for me so important in fight wise.
Okay, and I just have to ask, you're 41, correct? You're 41 years. I'm 41 years old. How do you look so good, sir? I saw you at the open workout. You got an 8-pack. Like, are you just training harder? Is it diet? Like, what is making you just your physical self? Where does it come from?
So I have been competing since when I was 5 years old. So I've been that in a strict diet. I take care a lot of my body. I do massage every week. So stuff like that can keep you aloof very like you can keep your young. That's the secret, man. And I think mind is everything. If you have a young mind, you have a longevity.
Do you ever look at those pictures of when you fought a heavyweight and like that's the same person? Is that because it's almost hard to recognize you when you're a heavyweight fighter and still fighting at a high level at that too?
Yeah, at that moment I was fighting in Japan, but because my manager told me that in Japan they have no rules about weights, so you can fight any weight. So be ready to fight heavy guys like Bob Sapp, people like that. So that's why I put some weight to face those heavy guys.
When you were a heavyweight, was that more muscle or was that just you just ate more food?
A little bit fat, a little bit muscle. It's a mixed.
Was it more fun being a heavyweight?
Food wise, yes.
If you haven't heard, 10 years ago, you beat Rashad Evans. Over 10 years ago, beat Rashad Evans. He's recently said he's going to come out of retirement. What do you feel about fighters that they say they're done and now they want to come back?
So it's very hard to judge them and to criticize them. I believe everyone believes in something. Rashad is a tough opponent. He's a legend fighter. If he decides to come back, there is a purpose. And his purpose, his own, belongs to him.
Now, I'm not insinuating, but like, does when you're 41, do you get in your mind? Are you going, okay, I got 3 more of these, I got 4 more of these in my mind, or how does it work for you?
It works. I know sometimes I think I have 3 more years, 4 more years, but I try to change my mind and put in my mind that every fight is so important that when I step in the cage, I always think that's gonna be my last fight. Just to think like that, making me do more effort, training more hard, and give my best. Of course, I want to fight more years. I still believe that I have a youth with me. I'm still fast. I'm still strong, and I can prove that on Saturday night and show everyone that I'm still alive.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir.